Hola. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm playing with Docker, and what I want to do with Docker is a couple a couple different things. I want to use Docker instead of using Apache to install Apache on my Mac, so Docker will replace that Apache requirement, and I can run. So Docker is actually running Apache. It's just forwarding that port to my local system instead of me having to install Apache. So what I've done here is I've modified and set up a um, simple little HTML page, and basically I want to go through and modify HTML and change it, and see how I want my HTML to look if I'm doing development. That gives me that ability. If I go back here, I can see um, that I have a Docker file. Um, this Docker file points all this directory here, and it copies it over for Apache to utilize locally. So that comes with the index.html, which is the HTML file I was playing with. And then I have some little information that it shows me. You can also see where my repository is located. And if you want to pull it down, this is the command you use to pull that. That's everything you see here. The setup script will check for Docker, as it says, and it'll give you more information if needed. So if I go down next to rebuild, I can see rebuild basically is just a simple script that instead of running Docker build every time you change something in one of the Docker files to update the image, it'll do it for you manually, and then it'll post it and it'll show you what the image what was done. So it's a very simple script. We can run setup here like I initially pointed to, and everything within rebuild is also going to be pointed out here. So the first thing I always want to do whenever I'm modifying anything in Docker is, let's go to the index.html here, and I can say, let's run this blue. So I changed that border color for one of the main form of the entire web page. And I want to make sure I save this. But first, I want to do a Docker build there. Okay, so let's see if I got Docker running. I do have Docker running already, which was from earlier. And I want to do a Docker stop, and let's point to that container ID there. Okay, and I automate all this stuff too, so now I can say Docker PS. Okay, no Docker anything running. Let's clear this again so we can see better. Let's not use caps lock. So I've rebuilt everything with the new blue image background. I have nothing running. Now I want to run the rebuild command, which should be able to rebuild everything and bring up an HTML page with a blue form box borderline. There we go. It's still red, as we can see. This is red. No, I just refreshed it because I guess it was cached through CSS before, and now it's blue. So in the future, if you want to do quick development, you can also see once I kick that off, it tells me my script's running. If I want to stop this, it tells me if you want to stop the Docker process. It gives you the container. You can see that 89 in CC. It tells you how to stop that, or you can just run the script to get the same effect. So if you run the script, it will destroy this previous one. It'll stop that and then start a new one. Because once it rebuilds from the image you're working on and it adds that to the new image, you want that to come up and be the Docker image that's running currently so you can see the updates. So I'm going to type rebuild again, and it'll tear that down. Docker is already running my Apache. It's stopping 89 CC, and it brought it back up. So tore it down, built it up, and good to go. So this is pretty much the process of running Apache on Docker on your Mac or wherever you want to run it. So rapid development can be done like this. You can run other applications. You can run, not just Apache, but you can run databases. You can run SQLite. Anything that can take a port that can talk via API or you requires a port will work just perfect for development and testing. So I hope this works and you can play with it and get lots of enjoyment over the years with it.